But back on point, Cruz continued.
And this is Joe Biden and this is the Democrats weaponizing the justice system because they're afraid of the voters. This is disgraceful. It is wrong. And it is an abuse of power by angry Democrats who have decided the rule of law doesn't matter to them anymore.
Yep, they all repeat the exact same talking points / lies. It's Joe Biden weaponizing the Justice Department. It's an abuse of power. It's election interference. Just more simplistic, dishonest, meaningless, and insulting bumper sticker slogans that have no meaning and don't even begin to touch on the complexities and nuances of any story or issue. But his rationale was unique, I thought, because Democrats are afraid of the people. Not that he's wrong, he isn't, but he won't be honest and say who we're afraid of or why. Truth is, any patriot who loves this country and its democracy is scared to death of Americans who continue to support a man who already tried to end our democracy once and is now running so he can try it again, beginning with trying to pardon himself. When you know someone is a clear and present danger, an existential threat to what you have always known and loved your country to be, fear is the only appropriate and patriotic response. And then Rafael Eduardo's final comment was as laughable as it was dishonest. This is being done by angry Democrats who have decided the rule of law doesn't matter anymore. Huh? On the friggin' contrary, Rafael, these 4 indictments are the exact embodiment of the rule of law in action and acting like it should. It is but one small attempt to prove that there are not 2 systems of justice, one for the rich, powerful, and treasonous, and another for the rest of us. And again, what is most frustrating about all this is that Ted Cruz knows this. Ted Cruz knows he's lying. And that is why I absolutely loathe any member of today's QOP who continues to be the orange traders, water boys, and slaves. Because they can't defend Trump's actions or words and build him up, they have to tear something else down. And sadly and unpatriotically, in this instance, they've chosen to tear down the very foundation upon which this nation was founded, the rule of law, and in this case specifically, the Department of Justice, one of the institutions necessary for our democracy's survival. Before I continue, let me give out the phone lines. I would like to hear from you. I have delivered some, just some gems on the show today. I would like to know what you think. And I find it really amazing that neither yesterday, well, so far we haven't taken any calls today. We'll see if that changes. I haven't heard from any Trumpers defending him after this 4th indictment. If you would like to do so, I'll listen. 221-7283 is the number. That's area code 702, of course, 221-SAVE or SAVE. And I'll tell you, it's not just the Department of Justice and the rule of law that the QOP is attacking. They're attacking our judicial system, our media, our law enforcement apparatus, our election system, social media, and even our beer. Trump himself recently attacked our state of Nevada and called us disgraceful. I truly hope Nevada remembers that next November. You will, won't you? And when you destroy people's faith in those institutions, intentional or not, you're destroying their faith in democracy as well, by proxy, if nothing else. Because those institutions are the building blocks upon which our democracy was built and stands, and are critical for our democracy's survival. And if you chip away at those blocks to the point they crumble, democracy has nothing left on which to stand, and it crumbles with them. And personally, I believe these attacks are intentional. And I further believe they're not just being done in service to the orange parasite. I think many of them know he's toast, but as I say often, Trump gave them a test of authoritarianism, and they liked it. I think a lot of them think and know he's not going to be running next year. He's going to be in jail, hopefully. And knowing full well that their policies are not favored by a majority of the American people, the QOP sees an authoritarian form of government as the next best thing. You heard me say that most, if not all, of Trump's accusations are confessions. This particular form of Trump cancer has obviously spread to the entire QOP. And the QOP and Trump's cult base, because they've been brainwashed into believing all of our democracy's institutions have been taken over by liberals, they're perfectly willing to see them all crumble to the ground. Their ignorance is as dangerous as Trump and his media's lies, which, of course, is the leading cause of their woeful ignorance.